Google Developer Student Clubs train hundreds of thousands of university student developers globally while having fun getting to know other students at their school. Google selects students with strong leadership skills from across the globe once a year to start a club on their campus. These leads believe knowledge is power and that technology can do extraordinary things for the world. They take on the responsibility to help students learn and empower each other to solve real problems around them. Students can participate in the annual Solution Challenge by Google developers to solve for one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Join us in building a global community for students in technology.
So hello everyone. What a wonderful afternoon to all of you. So again, thank you for coming to um, Google Solution Challenge info session led by the PLM chapter. So, let's start. So, before we start pala, I'm Neil Christian Riego, your current GDSC PLM lead and its Chief Executive Officer. So, today, what will happen today is I will guide you briefly. Siguro I think it is about 30 to 45 minutes of information session wherein you can learn about solution challenge, about the Google Solution Challenge and what awaits on you on joining the Google Solution Challenge if you will join after this session. So without further ado, let's get started. So info session, Google Solution Challenge. Before I tackle Google Solution Challenge, this is the table of contents or overview of what we will talk about this day. So the overview of Google Solution Challenge, the prices of course in joining Google Solution Challenge, judging criteria, timeline, overview videos such as how to build your solution or how to start on your solution, resources, frequently asked question, and the past 2021 solution challenge. So let's start. Uh, so again, what is solution challenge? No? So if anyone who is watching, uh, ay, who is watching now, if you're familiar with Solution Challenge, although nakalagay na siya sa screen ko, pero if you hear about Solution Challenge, what is common thing you are you are thinking of when we hear of Solution Challenge? So you can comment your what is your thoughts about Solution Challenge, no? Syempre, for me, my first thought of hearing Solution Challenge is all about solution, creating a solution. But later on, I will discuss more about Solution Challenge and its deeper meaning to Google, no? And of course in solving the world's problem. So um, sabi ni Ken, sustainability, yes, of course. Creating solution is always connected with sustainability. Although may mga solutions na hindi ganun ka-sustainable, pero we are actually aiming to a sustainable solution. So yeah, keep it coming lang, no. So while waiting, no, siguro I will not wait more for more answer. I will reveal the answer, no. So the solution challenge has its has its mission. The mission of 2022 Solution Challenge is to solve for one or more of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals using Google Technologies. So, if you actually read it, merong may something, no, the 17 SDG, no, of United Nations. So, ano naman si 17 sustainable development goals, eh? Kasi we know that solution challenge is solving, no, these points, no, or these goals. So for us to understand more the solution challenge, we need to understand also the 17 SDG, no. So alam ko some of you know about 17 SDG. If you know if you know one SDG, can you comment it down, or like you can share it on the comment section what you know about 17 SDG. Kasi before I joined developer students clubs way back 2019, 2020 with Kuya Miguel. I don't know sustainable development goals, but when I managed to join this wonderful organization, I managed to know about these goals created by the United Nations. And the first yung pinaka isang goal na talagang tumatak sa akin sa akin is yung no poverty, no. Its target is to reduce poverty to few or no ano talaga no talagang ano no to eliminate poverty no in our world no. So that's the SDG number 1. So let us look on our comments. So say, same with ano no, same with Mer, sabi niya nga rin um end poverty no. So SDG goal number 1. So sabi naman ni ano sabi naman ni Zoe, SDG 4, quality education. No? So, we all know that most of the countries or most of countries no, focus on education nowadays no, since it is one of the declared goals of United Nations. No? So, furthermore, syempre, before natin ipakikita yung the actual 17 SDG, what is SDG muna, no? So, SDG is created by United Nations in 2015 to be achieved by 2030. The 17 SDG agreed upon by all 193 United Nations member states aim to end poverty, ensure prosperity, and protect the planet. So by listening to this to this definition, it is all about solving the root different problems around the around the globe no, and which is this problem is common to all of these states. Hindi syempre si poverty is actually hindi mawawala yan sa mga country no, pero we are actually improving our daily lives, improving other daily lives no, to eliminate poverty no. And also syempre sabi nga nila is yung quality education. We all know that throughout the years the education system evolves no, from traditional learning uh, to until now no, to online learning or what they call flexible learning no. And syempre meron ding mga self-paced learning like more massive open online courses and other than that. So let us watch a short video showing the 17 SDG created by the United Nations. So right. So now we know no, the 17 SDG includes different sector no. I mean it not only includes the economic sector, it includes the environmental sector as well as the government or politics sector no. So it encompasses all of the sectors in our in each countries no, to actually improve its systems and also to improve the quality of life. And syempre at most is to talaga, hindi lang to improve the quality of life, and also it's it is aiming to improve the quality of the our environment also with with each which is with each goals 17 SDG. So furthermore I already posted no on where you can actually study about the 17 SDG. We have the Google Developer Student Clubs has its own community solution challenge na wherein you can check the 17 SDG, and also you can visit the website of solutions.dial community SDGs, wherein you can actually see each target of the 17 SDG. Siyempre, hindi lang siya one goal, no? Every goal, there is also a target, no? So we can actually dig deeper with each SDG by visiting those websites. So for the next section of this presentation, is syempre we will dig deeper on what we will expect naman with the contest proper, no. So when you join Solution Challenge, of course there will be prizes. Ano bang contest ang walang prize, no? Sabi nga nila. So the prizes will be given to four categories, no. So for the first 50 teams, there will be a branded T-shirt, certificate, and mentorship from different Google experts, no. So if you manage to join the top 50 teams, actually that's good na, kasi you will have the connection to different Google experts and Google mentors. And if you manage to actually enter the top 10 finalists, you will receive an additional mentorship, no, to improve your solutions, and also a swag box and the opportunity to showcase solutions to Googlers and developers all around the world at Demo Day live on YouTube. Siguro pinaka best scenario na mabibigay ko sa inyo is if nakanood na kayo ng Sandbox System, startup. Ganun yung feeling, no, sa top 10 if you manage to to achieve enter the top 10 finalists. And of course, there will be contest finalist, no. So for the contest finalists, in addition to the swag box, each individual from the additional 7 recognized team, no, from 10 there will be yung 7 na natira other than dun sa top 3 will receive a cash prize of 1,000 per student. Winnings for each qualifying team will not exceed $4,000, no. So, syempre, for the top 3 winners, no, they will receive a cash of $3,000 and a feature on the Google Developer blog. Each individual in $3,000 na, and winnings for each qualifying team will not exceed $12,000. So that's the prices na that's awaits you if you enter the Google Solution Challenge na. Pero syempre this will be a tough road, since hindi lang Philippines ang sumasali with the Solution Challenge. The Solution Challenge is an international contest created by the Google developers, no, for the students. So for the next part, I will be discussing the judging criteria. Syempre, for you to actually enter the contest, the top 50, the top 10, and the top 3, there's a criteria. It is separated to two parts: the impact and the technology. For the impact part, there it consists of 60 points. So for the first one, does the entry establish a clear challenge focus on one or more of the UN 17 SDG? Is it explained in a clear manner with specific SDG goal targets they are developing to solve for? Syempre, it is important for you to actually solve one SDG, no? And it matters, no, with the criteria, with the judging criteria, no. For the next, how effective does the solution address the challenge identified by the team? Of course, when you create a solution, there will be challenge or problem. So for the Google developers to actually judge your solution, they must know if your solution is actually addressing the challenge or the problem. If your solution is not addressing it, or like it is addressing it but in a less impactful way, it it can cause a low score for this criteria. So build up your solution and focus on what you see as a problem, no? Or on what you define as a problem. There's so much problem around the world, no? Pero if you need to define one only, no? For this solution challenge, no? And defining that one problem, minsan mahirap siya. Kasi sa sobrang daming problem, hindi mo na minsan alam kung saan magsisimula. So, your team must know how to address the problem and define the problem you want to solve. For the next, is there an evidence of a next step? Does the team display a plan for future extension if they were to continue? Syempre, of course, the solution itself can be applied to a local community. But it doesn't end there, no? You must build a solution not only for your local community. For the meantime, it can address the problems of your local community. But of course, think ahead while solving that problem in your local community. Focus also in expanding, knowing more problems around your community that your solution can solve. No? So, paano nga ba? So, if you know that your community is having a hard time in uh, in solving the um, waste management. So you can actually create a solution for there. And from that, if you manage to actually enter the top 10, or if you don't manage to enter at all, you can continue your solution and expand it more and join the 2023 solution challenge. Next is for 4 and 5, is there evidence that the solution has been thoroughly tested with real users? And is there evidence that the solution was iterated upon based on user feedback? So of course, your solution must be tested, no, before submitting it to Google developers. So you need to test it, then iterate, test, then get the feedback, then improve your product, test again, get the feedback, and improve your product. You must undergo to this process to actually improve your product based on the real problem. Kasi if you create the solution based on your idea, or without knowing or without getting the opinion of the users, no, or yung mga exposed dun sa na-define yung problem, syempre mahirap yon. The solution can be outdated, can be not applicable to everyone. Pwedeng yung solution nyo is sa inyo lang applicable kasi kayo lang yung may opinion. So it is important for you to know the opinion of others, no? So that's the idea on this criteria. And then next, for the technology, 40 points. For the first one, does the solution implement all technical components needed to solve the challenge? Of course, the solution challenge is not all about contributing to 17 SDG. Solution challenge also encourage students, developers to use Google technologies. So, if you don't manage to use any Google technologies, it could affect your scoring on from Google developers. So be mindful of that. 2, has the team clearly explained on what Google technology they use, why, and included guidance on how to run their code? As I said earlier, using Google technology is important in this judging your technology itself. So 3, does the video demonstration show the working solution and how user will interact the solution? Does this demonstration highlight how the Google technologies are implemented and also mention the value technology provides the user? So dito naman, it is all about the user manual. So syempre, a product must come with a user manual, no? Because if the product itself is not hindi magamit ng user due to lack of instruction, syempre how could you solve a problem without actually without yung mga users mo knowing how to use the app itself na. So you must be mindful also with that. And lastly, has the team made effective product and technical decisions for their solution? So for here, you should know that uh, creating a product is the ultimate goal, no? Pero if that product is not effective, no, like sabihin natin nagawa niyo yung product, but yung mga technologies na yon hindi niyo na optimize or hindi niyo talaga nagamit ay na um, hindi gano'n kaganda yung paggagamit ng mga technologies like Flutter, but ang daming errors when it comes to to actually testing it. So kahit sabihin natin sobrang ganda ng solution, if hindi siya nag-work, so parang talagang putol-putol yung mga yung program nyo or yung product nyo, syempre it will affect your score your score, no, from the judges. So be mindful of that. Wag niyong isipin na need nyo maging complex yung product. Ang isipin nyo, as much as possible, simple and working. No? So, nasa inyo na yon. I mean, syempre, nasa inyo yon kung paano nyo itatackle yung simple or complex. Kayo na pipili. So, that's for the judging criteria. So far, if you have any question, you can drop it on the comment section on YouTube and Facebook. So, if you just drop it, no, if may tanong kayo sa judging and prices, wag kayong maiiyak. So for the 2022 timeline, actually it started on January, no, pero we all know in TLM we had a rough timeline on January and early February. So this info session is held due to that problems. Pero don't worry. I will also tell you the timeline, no. So for the first part, the getting started, of course, alam ko naman kung nanonood kayo dito, you're already a part of GTSCPLM na, since this is an exclusive info session for GTSCPLM members. Next is register to for the 2022 solution challenge. So I will send the link through I already send the link through the comment section. So you can actually go to that site, no, and meron dong form na makikita nyo. So you just click that form. So the next step is form a team and select and the next two step is form a team and select an SDG, no, a SDG to solve on, no. So syempre ngayon, pwede na kayong maghanap ng team. Pwede kayong, if you're interested right now, you can actually comment it, network with the comment section. Pero if hindi naman, you can actually build a team throughout the year. Kasi Solution Challenge is an annual event, no. And definitely BSC will be back again for the next term, no, or for the next academic year. Keep an eye out na lang kung sino ang mag-lead sa atin. Pero yeah, form a team, select a SDG, and don't worry, no, if hindi man umabot kayo ngayong solution challenge, you can pass it on the next year solution challenge. For the second part, design and build. I will tackle more on this on the next slides, no, pero I will just tell you ano yung mga steps dito. Identify a solution, as I said. So this is a solution challenge, so you need to have a solution. For the next part, step 6, learn and build. Design the front end interface and design the back end technology. So for here, this is the product development, wherein you can you will design your product, no, based on Google technologies. The step 7 and 8, as I said earlier, you need to get feedback, no, by actually testing it with a real user. Then after that feedback, you will use that feedback to improve your product. Then iterate until you get a maximum performance on your solution. For the next part, the submissions and judging, For those who are interested, you need to record a demo video and submit it by March 31, 2022. So, um, the demo video submission is open on March 15. Hindi pa siya open ngayon, so you have time to create a demo video. And also the product itself needs to be prototype na rin. I mean not prototype, built pala. Na-develop na rin siya since you need to pass a GitHub repository containing your solution. No? Step 10, the top 1050 solutions, as I said earlier, will be contacted, announced if you actually entered the top 50. Then, sabi ko nga sa inyo, the top 50 will receive mentoring from Google experts. So, if you manage to actually join or enter the top 50, you will have an exclusive opportunity to be mentored by Google experts. Then, on June, the top 10 will be announced. Then, and the top 3 will be announced live on July. So, keep your eye out. Pwede nyo na iplano yung milestones nyo with these months. And then, the last step is celebrate all the 2022 Solution Challenge participants. Right? It is right after the announcement on July. So, that's all for the timeline. I hope na you can actually join with this from timeline. But yeah, as I said, you can actually join. It's either 2022 Solution Challenge or 2023 Solution Challenge. So yeah. So for this part, we will be giving you. I will be showing you one video on how to create, on how to identify your solutions, based on the SDG. So wait, hold on. Here.
Hi everyone. The mission of this year's Google Developer Student Club Solution Challenge is to solve for one or more of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals using Google technology. Citing the official United Nations website, these goals are the blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. They address the global challenges we face, including poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, peace, and justice. During this video, I will show you how you can research these goals and brainstorm ideas for your Solution Challenge project. So starting with the official UN SDG site, the first thing I suggest you do is click on each of the goals and read the challenges each goal faces. For example, Goal 1, No Poverty. This page will give you a good primer to the challenges we face on our road to no poverty. And down at the bottom of the page, you can take a look at the facts and figures and the breakdown of targets defined for each goal. There's also an infographic you can check out to get a high-level overview of the current state of things as it relates to the specific goal. Go over the rest of the goals to get familiarized with them and see if any ideas come to mind about solutions you can build using technology. If ideas do arise, write them down to brainstorm further later. Another great site that can really help you generate solution ideas is DIAL, which stands for Digital Impact Alliance. We're going to focus on two tabs, SDGs and the building blocks, but I urge you to look at the other tabs. They're just as useful for your ideation stage. Okay, so let's look at the SDGs tab and take a look at Goal 2, Zero Hunger. This goal has 8 targets, which help you focus on solving a certain aspect of the goal. For example, Target 1, which summarizes as end hunger by ensuring access by all people to good, healthy food all year round. Okay, so immediately ideas start to spark. Maybe you can build a charity app that either accepts donation-safe healthy food or accepts monetary donations dedicated to providing food. Or maybe you can build a volunteering platform that brings people together to help the community at risk. Brainstorm with your team and see what aspects of these problems you are familiar with, or maybe you have access to communities who are dealing with the challenge. Having personal knowledge of a problem will allow you to design solutions which are far more effective and easier to adopt. Now, let's take a look at Goal 10, Reduced Inequalities. Target 1, achieve and sustain income growth for the bottom 40% of the population at a rate higher than the national average. What a well-defined target. Okay, so now you can start brainstorming again on how you can achieve progress through technology here. Maybe you can build an app or a platform that educates people on financial and saving strategies. Or maybe you can help small businesses grow through education apps or e-commerce and marketing apps that are specific to your community. For example, in my community, the elderly struggle with finding online educational content, and I might consider building an elderly-friendly educational platform. This platform can potentially provide the elderly with equal opportunities at learning new skills and at increasing their income. You'll see that going through these web pages will spark many ideas in your mind. Write them down and discuss them with your team. See which idea really strikes a chord with your ability and your belief. You'll be working on this for a while. You want to solve a goal that you are passionate about or that's really close to home. In the next video in the series, I'll be going through a demo case study. I'll pick up an idea and simulate the steps my team and I will take towards a successful demo submission. I hope the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals inspire you to solve for your community in a meaningful way. We can't wait to see all of your demo submissions. Hi everyone. The mission of this year's Google
Yeah. All right. So, I hope you have a good glimpse on how you will create your solution or how you will ideate on your solution as well. No? So, I hope that video helps you. So, furthermore, for moving forward, I mean, Google developers actually prepared wonderful tutorial videos on how to start on your solution. So for these 4 steps, no, it is about first is the how to identify a problem. So I'm sending the link right now on how to identify a problem. So for the next one, after you identify your problem, uh, as I said earlier, if your problem is a waste management system of your local community, so go on. Um, you start on that problem. Also, identify as much as problem as you want, no? Pero syempre, choose on what is the essential or what you want talaga to focus on later on. So after identifying a problem, you must identify a solution as well. So, in identifying a solution, you need to actually look on the problem itself. Ano ba yung, what's the root cause of the problem? So, is it all about the education, the technology, the user, or maybe discipline or like information dissemination? So, focus on the root cause of that problem as well, no, to create a solution. Then right after that, you can create na your interface or what we call the front end interface. So with that, you can use Flutter, you can use React, React, although it's not a Google technology. You can use Android, Kotlin, Kotlin for Android. You can use Java for Android. You can use, pero I recommend to use for mobile development, Kotlin, for multi-platform development, Flutter, and for web development, Angular, JS. So lastly, is designing the technology. So in designing the technology, it is all about your back-end technology and actually reiterating about on your product. So while designing your technology, you must know all of the data points, what data you will collect on your end user, and what data you need to to enter on your to provide on your solution, no, to to create that solution, no? So if you're creating a solution for waste management, might as well collect data on daily or weekly garbage collection, what do you call this, weekly garbage na na turn over ng mga citizens natin, no? So or might as well collect data on the hotspots of of garbage or yung mga liters on the street. So it will totally depend on what how you will build your solution. Every problem can be solved with different solution. It is all on you on how you will approach or your defined problem. So I already posted all of the YouTube videos on the comment section. So you just go with that videos. And although if you're not actually if you're not building a solution, you can actually look on that videos to to create your own project. You can actually create a project based on this video. It is a standard it is a standard process in identifying a problem and creating a product based on that identified problem. So it is a useful videos for you to. So for the next one,
As technology,
for the next one, of course, I already said to you the four step of creating a solution. So for the first one, this is all about I for this next one naman, this will help you in creating in creating your interface and also identifying your problem, no? So the design sprint is created or developed by Google Ventures. So it is all about understanding, define, sketch, decide, prototype, validate. If you're familiar with UXR or user experience research, no, it is kind of similar with design thinking process. Although this is more on focus with with the design sprint created by Google Ventures. No, so the link for this actual design sprint will be sent through the chat box. So furthermore, this design sprint can help you to understand the problem as para magiging supplement siya with this with this tutorial video. So you can use this side by side in so you can use the understand part side by side with the defining your the problem, the understand and the define part in defining the problem, the sketch and decide part in creating the solution, and prototype and validate part in actually creating the interface. So the validate and prototype will use the iterate method. So you will iterate as you validate your product. So for more information, you can just go with the design sprint as indicated on the link below on the chat box. So again, for you to know the more on about design sprint and design thinking process, please join us tomorrow on the solution design day, led by no other than Merjan Tan, our chief creator, CEO pero that's a na spoiler. Pero yeah, our chief executive officer will be handling a design day workshop. So it is around 1 to 2 hours workshop focused on design thinking process and UXR UXR. So come and join us, and yeah, you will learn a lot from her. Yeah. So here's the link. I already sent it through the chat box. So again, join kayo tomorrow. this is actually from 4 to 6 p.m. So just register to the link, and bukas is send yung Google Meet. So see you tomorrow. So for the next one, yeah. So for the next one, syempre in developing your product, hindi lang puro design, hindi lang puro ideate. You need to actually create the technology itself. So, Google developers is actually, generous. Google developers created several code labs. This is a self-paced learning, programs wherein you can learn different Google technologies such as Android, TensorFlow, Firebase, Flutter, Google Assistant, Google Cloud, GCP, and other Google technologies. So, if you're interested about the self-paced code labs, we can go through the link I sent to the chat box. So, furthermore, actually, we have a special announcement also, no? Together with the solution design day, we are actually, we will actually hold an event, month-long event about Flutter. So it is called Flutter Festival. So before I give you the dates, let us watch this cute video. Here.
Attention, all passengers. Special announcement. New destinations have been announced. Please be advised and plan accordingly. All aboard.
Yeah. So on March 1 to 27, a month-long event, we will be held, we will be doing a plus Flutter Festival's PLM, which is a community-led event series where developers can join to learn the fundamentals of Google technologies, featuring Flutter, of course, Firebase, and Google Cloud content. So if you want to learn more about this event, just go to the website I sent in the chat box and register now, since this will be a fully fledged tutorial workshop to all of you, and exclusive only to PLM students. And syempre mahal namin kayo. So yeah. So once again, register now and join us on a 3-week workshops on uh, Google Cloud content, Firebase, and Flutter. And of course, this will be led by our mobile development lead, Joshua Bumanlag, and cloud engineering lead, James Lawrence Cruz. So next, so we're nearing to the end of this info session. So before we go furthermore, I would like to address these frequently asked questions here. So for the first one, can my solution solve a problem outside the scope of the 17 SDG? So for Solution Challenge 2022, you are required to submit a solution that solves at least one or more 17 SDGs. No? When you have submitted your solution, please review all the 17 SDG to understand which SDG your solution is focused on and what SDG targets you are looking to solve for. So once again, this is not only the SDG. So go back to what I sent earlier. You need to dive deeper on SDGs, no, and its target, no. And of course, syempre, if sasali kayo solution challenge, it is not only about creating solution, it is contributing to this sustainable development goals. For the next one, can one student or teams submit with multiple solutions if they contributed to both projects. So the answer on this is the solution challenge is limited one entry per person. So you must choose on what team you will register, or if you want to register on your personal team or on or the other team. So one entry per student or per participant. So for the next one, can I still participate in the solution challenge if there is no developer student clubs at my university? Yes, as a student, you can still participate as long as you team up at least one student at existing GDSC university. So if you're not a member right now, you can join. You can still join Solution Challenge by actually go networking with other with other universities that has Google Developer Students clubs such as GDSC Loyola, GDSC AMHCC Caloocan, and other GDSC chapters around the Philippines. So, and lastly, given the implication of social distancing, our ability to test with user was impacted. Will the judges consider this? Our judges will surely be mindful of the limitations that have been added by COVID-19. This include but is not limited to ability to meet as a team, ability to have users test the solution, lack of internet access, or proper developer environments due to displacement from your campus. So again, to know more about these frequently asked questions and other terms of the contest, just go to Google Solution Challenge, go.gle Solution Challenge. There is a part there kung saan makikita niyo yung terms and condition. So, if you have more question, you can just email us at dsc.haribon@gmail.com, or you can just message us on our Facebook page. So, next is, of course, before we end the session, I would love to give you a glimpse of what is 2021 Solution Challenge all about. So, actually the same lang. It is all about solving the 17 SDG. But of course, I would like to give you some I would like to show you one particular winner from the past 2021 Solution Challenge. That winner is called iRise, and it comes from the Philippines, created by University of the Philippines, Visayas. So it is all about actually hindi lang siya top 10, rather it is a grand champion, no. So nakapasok sila sa top 3. So without further ado, I would like to show you the iRise.
Team from Project Island Response and Intervention for Systematic Evacuation, or iRise, a disaster risk management system that aims to bridge the information gap between local government units and the island communities of Tubigon, Bohol. iRise consists of a web app and a mobile app built with Flutter, Cloud Function, Cloud Firestore, and Firebase. Let's welcome the creators Gian, Jorian, Patricia, and Rex from the University of the Philippines.
Ano na siya? Uy, kaming tuig na ginoo ko. Hindi naman po. Surrender na ko, din ako.
Said by Aling Maria, a local vendor from Ubay Island, in an interview conducted by a team of student developers from the University of the Philippines. She is one of many residents of the island communities in Bohol who experience severe coastal flooding but resist fully relocating due to fear of losing identity, social capital, and livelihood. Therefore, we introduce Project iRise, a digital disaster risk reduction management platform aiming to contribute to the UN SDGs 11 and 13. And powered by Google Technologies, iRise banners 4 core functionalities. And these functions are carried by 3 technical components of the system: our fabricated tide gauge, web application, and mobile application. Before high tides or extreme weather conditions, on the web app browser, the system automatically warns the local authorities and allows them to disseminate advisories simultaneously. The web application also features a climate change education curriculum to convince future generations to relocate. On the other hand, During extreme conditions, through the mobile app, the residents can also send rescue request notifications, and the authorities can also trigger evacuation instructions with one button. Instant information cascading, quality and accurate information, and unlimited reach. These are the core target impacts of iRise to the island communities, as it carries on the vision of a resilient Philippines, where all Filipinos are inclusive of growth and are able to adapt to the adverse effects of climate change. This is Project iRise, and we rise to the challenge.
Yeah. So, Project iRise is all about solving the local community problem wherein yung sa Bicol kasi understand on what they pitch last 2021 solution challenge is it is all about helping those local citizens of from Bicol kung saan yung coastal nila yung naninirahan sila sa coastal areas kung saan yung kahit high tide lang, sobrang binabaha na sila. Pero they keep going back because their social capital, yung pamumuhay nila is nandun. So the students from UP Visayas help them by actually developing an application wherein they can actually get notifications, advance notification if magkakaroon ng high tide, ng ulan, for them to relocate or evacuate their place. And syempre hindi maiwasan nilang masira yung mga gamit nila. So dahil doon, many citizens is actually having a good advance or panatag na pakiramdam when it comes to their safety in high tides and might as well on disasters. So it utilizes the cloud and Flutter wherein hindi mo need ng internet to actually receive the notification na magkakaroon ng high tide or ng low tide or ng disaster. Rather you i-message, ite-text message directly kayo sa mga cellphone niyo, no? So it is important na yung solution nyo is not always it is always based on the current scenario or current profile of your users, no? If yung solution nyo is internet based pero yung mga users nyo or yung mga bibigyan nyo na solution or is hindi naman nakagamit ng internet, so that will be a disaster or medyo hindi magiging effective yung solution nyo. So that's the beauty of iRise. So again, this is the 2021 solution. So what participants said in the past. So I will just read the Flutter part. Flutter helped us to become more productive. It helped me to build these apps with less code and less worrying about the basic features. The hot reload features save a lot of my time. So you will know more about Flutter on March, on the month of March. So if you're interested enough, you can join us on Flutter Fest. So for the next part, to know more about the 9 other winners of the solution challenge, just go to this blog site, the Google Developer blog site, and just read about their solutions. So yes, we're on the last part of our info session. So if you have questions about solution challenge, just go to slido.com and just type info/sc or scan the QR code you see on your screen. So let us just wait for questions to come in. So don't hesitate to ask your question. I'll wait for another 2 minutes if you have any questions for me and for the Solution Challenge 2022. Okay. So yeah, we have one question in. Ay, oh no. Wait. Huh? Okay. Ah, yeah. So balikan natin yung question na yun. Ano ko lang. So may isa pa ulit question. Wait. Saglit lang. So before to ano no, bago babalikan ko na lang yung question na check ko kasi. Pero where we can get advice or consult for your product, no. So actually there's there's an incoming syempre yung pinakaunang dito sagot dito is syempre by consulting us, no. So we're the local chapter for this for ELM. So to actually you can just chat us on our page and let send your solution, or like you can book a meeting with us. Just chat us on Facebook page and we will give you meeting link for us to consolidate your solution and check your solution and give you some advices, no, since our technology department is actually a composed of different students coming from different disciplines like UXR, website development, mobile development, cloud engineering. So they can give you some tips and advice. And also, there's an incoming event wherein you can actually let me just see look at the there's an incoming event of from Google Developer Experts wherein you can actually send an invite or book a meeting with a Google expert also. So I will just send the link if I found it, just for a minute. Uh, where is it? For a minute, I'm just looking on it. Uh, okay. Hindi ko siya makita, pero we will just post the booking link, or just send a message with us for us to send you the booking link for the Google Expert. So yeah, hindi ko makita yung the last question, yung kaninang question. So forgive me. Ano ba siya So if you have other questions, just go and type it on this on this slide. So I'll be waiting more about 2 minutes, I think. Kukunin ko lang yung question na na-check ko. So, yeah. For you po, which among the 17 SDG is a great one to focus on for this solution challenge? Actually, for me, it is yung akin personally, the environment one, the livings, yung for yung environment, and also the environment kasi yung talagang for me, pinaka-need din nating i-focus, no? And also, syempre, siguro akin is education din, no? Since pandemic actually, disrupted education. So, tatlo pala. The environment, the education, and the health, health goal, no? Wait, I will just, hindi ko rin kasi kabisado yung every part na SDG, no? So, I'll just, pero yun yung tatlong SDG na I think it is good to focus on. Pero meron ding mga SDG na talagang need natin i-focus. Kunyari, inequalities, no? Solving the inequalities since most of us live in a unfair world, no? So by creating technologies that will accommodate those inequalities will greatly help those people to merge with the current society, no. So yung sinasabi ko kaninang environment is the 14 and 15, life below water and life on land. Then the health then the yung sinabi kong inequalities, SDG 10, reduce inequalities. Then then the SDG 4, quality education, and SDG 3, good health and well-being. So, sana nasagot ko yung question mo. And, yeah. For the last question, we have a solution in our mind, but we don't know how to build it. Can we commission it to other people? For sadly, no, since there's a particular part in the terms and condition wherein you can buy a solution, you can commission it, no. So don't worry, as I said earlier, you can actually contact us for us to help you in building your solution. Hindi naman kami lang nandito to actually promote this event, but we are also here to help you in building your solution. So yeah, just drop a message on our Facebook page. So yeah, I guess that's so yeah, I guess that's all of the questions for the solution challenge. So again, we can wait to see what solutions you can build. So again, just register now at Google Solution Challenge, and let see you since we're actually joining this 2022 Solution Challenge. Again, I'm Neil Christian Riego, and I'm your Google Developer Student Club lead at PLM, and this is 2022 Solution Challenge in possession. See you tomorrow on 2022 Solution Challenge Design Day, led by Mary Jan. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.